Hello and welcome to this week's Natural Gardening Live with me, Josie Rainbird, your natural gardening coach. Today we're talking about, what are we talking about today before I forget? We are talking about how you can look after your plants through the height of summer without continuing. Question for you. Have you ever set up an automated watering system in your garden? Runoff channels, overflows from your water butts, soaker hoses, what else was I looking at? Water capture boxes, things like that. If you've set anything like this up, let me know in the comments what you've set up and how it's affected your garden. Today, I have got two ways you can reduce your garden's reliance on watering, on you watering, particularly, not just on watering in general. Watering continuously through the summer to help it look after itself more, your garden look after itself more. So first one is soil care. These are big subjects, so I'll be breaking them down as we go through, but I've got soil care and effective watering. So soil care, effective watering. They're the two I'll be talking about today, and they have got a lot of benefits you can get from them to help you reduce the reliance on your garden's reliance on you watering every day. What's it like where you are today? Is it quite warm and humid like it is here? It's quite stifling outside. It's really hot. So it's quite nice to be upstairs in the cooler part of the house. Soil care, as I say, is a huge subject, massively important in your garden. And if you want to help your garden reduce its reliance on you as a gardener, soil care is kind of a priority, really. So how can you help your garden look after itself when it comes to watering in the summer just by looking after the soil? So this is what I want to talk about. By conditioning the soil. So soil condition is massively important. So let me know in the comments as well if you know what type of soil you've got and if you've tried to condition it in the past. This is kind of a key important thing to know as knowing your garden, knowing what type of soil you've got. So by conditioning the soil, improving the structure of your soil and the organic matter within the soil, so the content of organic matter in the soil, will help the soil to hold and absorb more moisture so that when you water it. This is important in most cases. This is quite important. If your soil is in enough condition, it will not hold moisture, well, enough moisture, any moisture, to support your plants. It will end up, if it's a clay soil, it will end up waterlogging, damaging the roots, or if it's more sandy soil, it will drain through, leaching nutrients as it goes, which is not good, starving your plants. So, as you say, soil condition is crucial to your garden, to the health of your garden, health and well-being. If you maintain good soil in your garden, this will save you an awful lot of work, an awful lot of cost, as well as save you an awful lot of money, and will help you to maintain help you maintain healthy plants. Honestly, if my mouth works sometimes, maintain healthy plants and less stress with far fewer pest issues. It would. Good soil is like, as I say, I've said this many times and I'll say it again. Good soil is the foundation of your garden. Keep your soil in good condition and your garden will need you far less. I know we spoke last week about how to support your garden with watering to reduce the stress and damage from the summer sun, from the heat and from the burning of the sun. But this is slightly different. So I'm going to take a different spin on it this week. So hopefully it doesn't sound too similar. Watering effectively means you're not wasting water. I'm forgetting what my notes have said now. You're not wasting water. You're watering effectively. You're not providing gallons of water every single day. But there is more to it than preventing damage. More benefits you can get from watering effectively. You don't need to soak your garden every day to ensure your garden is suitably hydrated. You don't. You don't need to be soaking it. You don't need to be drowning your containers. You don't need to be like drenching them daily to know that they are sufficiently watered. It's not necessary. You don't have to do it. By watering this way, you can damage your plants, which we spoke about last week as well, and we have spoken about before. So you can damage your plants. And as I said before about soil care, over-watering can also leach nutrients out of your soil. So if you've not got good soil in good condition, if you've got quite sandy soil, or even if you've got clay soil for that matter, one, it can leach the nutrients out, and two, it can rot the roots. So, it's not always a good thing to water your garden like gallons of water every single day, just because you think it's going to keep the plants hydrated. You don't always need to water them. Soil can also compact over time, which isn't good as well. It can lose absorbency. So again, with the nutrients leaching out, you can also lose the organic matter in the soil, which over time will obviously not support the soil-borne organisms in the soil. which help to provide nutrients, but also it will lose absorbency, so it won't hold the water when you provide it, and it'll just run through. You're wasting water, which nobody likes. It will go straight down into the water table and then distribute then on further. It won't hang around. So this is the important part I wanted to get to. We got through that. Let's talk about roots. Now, plant roots. This is something people, I think, is underestimated when it comes to plants. The plant roots are designed to seek out nutrients and water. They're magic, really. They are just an amazing part of the plant. They keep them happy and healthy, and you really should look after your plant roots if you can. So roots of your plant are designed to seek out nutrients and water in the soil. They can reach for miles. They can actually reach for miles, depending on the type of plant you've got, trees to little tiny pansies. Depending on the type of plant you've got, they can find as much water as they need if you give them the chance to. So by watering or overwatering in some cases, you can be training your garden to rely on you providing water instead of them finding it themselves. So if you keep watering your plants or overwatering your plants every single day, their root systems are not going to try and find natural water sources. They're going to keep going, oh, it's okay, I'm just going to keep getting water from the surface. It's going to keep going down the surface. It's going to be the root systems that are going to be stunted. They're going to be tiny. They're not going to try and grow out. So they're not going to be then finding nutrients from other parts of the soil. They're going to drain the nutrients from a small area, which is no good for the plant. And this will in turn, I've gone completely off script now, so excuse me. This will in turn then affect the health and well-being of the plant, productivity, stability as well, because we know the root system of the plants will help to anchor the plants down. So if you've got a particularly tall plant, tall tree, even a sunflower, you know how tall sunflowers can get. If their root systems are stunted and tiny and not very well supported, then they're going to just fall over. The first wind will come and they'll just knock them over. You're going to have to support them with bamboo canes and all sorts of things. So yes, watering every day is not always a good thing. If you give the roots a chance, they will spread out. They will search for the water table. They will search for water sources that are further down in the ground and further out as well, depending on the size of the plant. This isn't the case, obviously, for annuals and smaller bedding type plants. They don't get the years for the roots to develop. They do develop. They do develop very quickly. They do, because they've only got a year to sort themselves out. So they need to get grown quickly. But they're never going to have a massive root system like trees would have, because they've got the years to build it all up and strengthen it. So you do need to support those a little bit differently. But as a 1-2 punch, this works very well to support annuals and perennials, trees and shrubs as well. So you've got the soil care, which will support the top layer, if you like. So when I said about soil care as well, mulching is really good for this as well, as we said about last week. Supports the annuals, the smaller root system plants that need the top layer of soil. They need the moisture coming at them and the soil to hold the moisture for them. Whereas the perennials that have the time and the size of the plant to grow a larger root system, they can then go searching for the water, because you're not going to keep providing it every single day, drowning them. So they're going to think, oh, okay, I can grow a bit deeper, I can grow a bit wider, I can find the water for myself. Not the plants think, but I'm sure they do. If I was a plant, I'm sure I'd think. I don't know if they think. So yes, so this in turn will save you time, will save you water, and will help to maintain a happy and healthy garden, which we all want really, and it will rely less on you, which is amazing. Which, again, we all kind of want. Have any questions to say after this live? Please feel free to comment. I'll leave it there, and I've hoped this has enlightened you all. So I'll see you later, and I will see you next week.